that you actually visit people in prison who are on death row.
Yeah, so I got, this is true, and I don't talk about it a whole lot, but real name I've protected, but I call him Derek. And when I went to meet Derek for the first time, the experience of walking into a prison and going through the first security gates, and you walk up, and by the way, like you see the barbed wire and the high walls, and as soon as you walk in, you start to feel, at least I started to feel a little claustrophobic. And then you go through the first gates, you go through the security checkpoint, you get into the prison. And then in order to get back to the death row part, you go through about 6 different sections of the prison where the bars then close behind you. And each time you do, it feels like it's getting harder to breathe. And we never met each other. And they bring him over and they keep him all shackled right at this table. And we sit there. And next thing you knew, we sat there for 4 hours with each other. And it was like, hey, man, And he said, well, I'm guessing you probably want to start out and know why I'm in here. And I said, well, it crossed my mind, because I don't know. I don't know his story. I don't know anything. I just know he's on death row. And we spent 4 hours then talking about this complex thing and his, as a young adult, being on the streets and wrapped up in gangs and drugs and all this stuff. And, you don't get on death row unless you've killed somebody, and talks about this thing that happened when he was still a teenager, basically. I mean, 19 years old or whatever he was. Now he's a 40-some-year-old man, and he's been on death row ever since. And, so it's been I from the very beginning made sure that he understood, hey, I've got no agenda here. I'm not here to tell you what, I'm not here to pretend to understand anything other than if there's somebody out there who doesn't have anybody visiting him, which he said, yeah, he hadn't had a visitor in 4 years or something, I think. And I can't even remember who it was. But to just sit with him.